The daughters of Zelophehad gathered. Their father had died. He had no sons. In their time, this was a tragedy. Their father's name would be forgotten. His legacy would be lost. The daughters were heartbroken. Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah talked amongst themselves. They knew the law. Land inheritance passed from father to son. Without a son, their father's land would go to a distant relative. They would be left with nothing. The sisters were filled with sadness. But they were also filled with a fierce determination. They believed God was just. He would want them to have their father's land. They decided to appeal to Moses. The sisters stood before Moses. They stood before the leaders of Israel. It was a brave thing to do. No one spoke against the law. "Our father died in the wilderness," Mahlah said, her voice strong. "He had no sons." The leaders listened intently as the sisters presented their case. They explained that their father was a good man. He had not rebelled against God. "Let us have our father's inheritance," Tirzah pleaded. The leaders were uncertain. This request was unprecedented. They had never encountered such a situation before. Moses listened carefully. He knew this was no ordinary request. It challenged the very fabric of their societal norms. He couldn't make this decision alone. Moses brought the daughter's case before the Lord. "Lord, what shall I do?" he prayed. "These women seek justice. Guide me." Moses trusted God completely. He knew God would show him the way. The Lord always honored those who sought his wisdom. The Lord answered Moses. His words were clear. "The daughters of Zelophehad are right. Give them their father's inheritance." God's response was groundbreaking. It established a precedent for fairness and justice. It showed that God hears the cries of the oppressed. The daughters of Zelophehad's courageous act changed history. They are an inspiration to us all. They teach us to stand up for what is right. They teach us to have faith, even when the odds are stacked against us. They remind us that God is a God of justice. He hears our prayers, and He will